गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी, यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद राधे। जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद राधे। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। गंगामयी की, यमुनामयी की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी देवी की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-līlā, chapter number 15, text number 100. Nanda Nandana Krishna Mora Prananatha Yeyi Vakye Vikainu Tara Vamshira Hata. Nanda Nandana Krishna Mora Prananatha Yeyi Vakye Vikainu Tara Vamshira Hata. Nanda Nandana Krishna Mora Prananatha Yehi Vakye Vikainu Tara Vamshirahata. Nandana Nandana Krishna Mora Prananatha Yehi Vakye Vikainu Tara Vamshirahata. Matajis. Nanda Nandana Krishna. Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. Mora Prananath, my life and soul. Ei Vakye, because of this statement, Vikainu, I became sold. Tara, of him. Vamshirahat, in the hands of the descendants. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. The full verse referred to here is Eka Bhave Vanda Hari Yoda Karihat Nandanandana Krishna Mora Prananath. With folded hands I offer my prayers unto Krishna, Nanda Maharaj's son, who is my life and soul. 101. Tomara ki katha tomara gramera kukura seyi mora priya anya jana rahu dura. To say nothing of you, even a dog living in your village is very dear to me. What then to speak of others? Tabe Ramananda ara Satyaraja Khan Prabhura Charane Kichu Kaila Nivedan. After this, Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan both submitted questions at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Grahasta Vishayi Ami Kimora Sadhane Sri Mukhe Agna Kara Prabhu Nivedi Charane. Satyaraj Khan said, My dear Lord, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders. Prabhu kahena Krishna seva Vaishnava sevan nirantara kara Krishna nama sankirtan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. Satya Raja Bale Vaishnava Chiniba ke mane ke Vaishnava kaha tara samanya lakshani. Upon hearing this, Satyaraj said, How can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know. what a Vaishnava is, what are his common symptoms. Prabhu kahe yara mukhe suni ek bar, Krishna nama sei pujya sreshtha sabakar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that a person who simply chants the holy name of Krishna once becomes perfect and should be regarded as a Vaishnava. This is confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Upadeshamrita. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. With such faith in the holy name, one may begin a life of Krishna consciousness. But an ordinary person cannot chant the holy name of Krishna with such faith. One should accept the holy name of Krishna to be identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Transcendence Himself. As the Padma Puran states, the holy name of Krishna is identical with Krishna and is a Chintamani gem, a touchstone. The name is Krishna personified. That name is Krishna personified in sound and is therefore perfectly transcendental and eternally liberated from material contamination. Thus, one should understand that the name Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Having such faith, one must continue to chant the holy name. When one is situated on the neophyte platform, one cannot understand the devotional ingredients of a pure, unalloyed devotee. However, when the novice engages in devotional service, especially in deity worship, and follows the order of a bona fide spiritual master, he is a pure devotee. Anyone can take advantage of hearing about Krishna consciousness from such a devotee and thus gradually become purified. In other words, any devotee who believes that the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord is a pure devotee, even though he may be in the neophyte stage. By his association, others may also become Vaishnavas. One is known as a materialistic devotee if he simply worships the deity of Hari with faith but does not show proper respect to the devotees and others. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Acharyam eva haraye pujyam yah shraddhaye te na tad bhakteshu chanyeshu na bhaktaha prakritah smritaha. Yet even by associating with such a neophyte devotee, one can become a devotee also. When Lord Chaitanya was teaching Sanatana Goswami, he said, Shraddhavan janahaya bhakti adhikari, uttama madhyama kanishta shraddha anusari, yahara komala shraddha se kanishta jana, krame krame teho bhakta haibe uttama, rati prema taratamye bhakta taratama. A person who has attained firm faith is a real candidate for advancing in Krishna consciousness. According to the faith, there are first class, second class, and neophyte devotees. One who has preliminary faith is called a Kanishtadhikari or a neophyte. The neophyte, however, can become an advanced devotee if he strictly follows the regulative principles set down by the spiritual master. Therefore, it is on the basis of faith and attachment to Krishna that one can judge who is a Madhyamadhikari and an Uttamadhikari. It is thus concluded that even a neophyte devotee is superior to the karmis and jnanis because he has full faith in chanting the holy name of the Lord. A karmi or a jnani, regardless of his greatness, has no faith in Lord Vishnu, his holy name, or his devotional service. One may be advanced religiously, but if he is not trained in devotional service, he has very little credit on the transcendental platform. Even a neophyte devotee engaged in deity worship in accordance with the regulations set forth by the spiritual master is in a position superior to that of a fruity worker or a speculative philosopher. Om ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhutale swayam rupaha kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I offer my humble obeisances to all the devotees at Bhaktivedanta Manor who assembled for this morning Chaitanya Charitamrita session. Today we read some 6 or 7 shlokas from the 15th chapter of the Madhya-līlā. This chapter describes the beautiful interactions between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Amogha comes and criticizes Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and finally Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forgives Amogha and blesses him. That episode is over. Now we are in the last few verses of this chapter. I'm sorry, that comes later, but we are in the initial stages of this chapter, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving farewell to all the devotees who came to attend Jagannath Rath Yatra. So all the devotees from Navadvip area, they come to Jagannath Puri every year to participate in Rath Yatra, Gundicha Marjan and all the other festivals during the monsoon season. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associates with them, gives them his blessings and company, and they have such enlivening experience for 4 months. Now they are departing, they are leaving. Now, before leaving, all these devotees of Navadvip, they feel intense separation from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they ask him, how do we survive the next 8 months? We are fortunate enough to get your association for 4 months, but remaining 8 months, how do we survive? Please give us some instructions, right? So whenever you meet a very exalted Vaishnava or the spiritual master himself, and here the Lord himself, we need to ask for instructions, because in their personal association we get that inspiration to be absorbed in bhakti. But when that personal association is not accessible, is not available, how do we continue practicing bhakti in the same spirits? That's the question here. So these devotees headed by Satyaraj Khan and all of them, they came to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and asked, how can we continue the practice of bhakti? Please tell us what we should do after going back to Navadvip. They know, but still, an instruction, a personalized instruction from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be of great encouragement and blessing for them. So Mahaprabhu started speaking. So initially, Mahaprabhu expressed his love and affection for all these devotees. He said, Nandanandana Krishna Mora Prananath Yei Vakye Vikainu Tara Vamsher. So this is the shloka that we just read. So Mahaprabhu is saying that Krishna is my life and soul. And Mahaprabhu is saying that all of you devotees are such deep, such beloved worshippers of Krishna. You are also my life and soul. You are also very dear to me. Right? Even a dog connected to you is very dear to me. What to speak of all of you? Even a dog in the home of a Vaishnava, or even a dog who happened to be the recipient of love and affection of a Vaishnava, becomes an object of Krishna's mercy, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So Mahaprabhu is appreciating them first. Then these devotees asked Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu, what are we supposed to do later? Then Mahaprabhu said, 104, shloka number 104, he said. 103, let's read this also once again, although we read. Grahastha vishayi ami kimore sadhane, Shrimukhe agna kara prabhu nivedi charane. They are saying we are simple grahasthas, we are householders. Kimore sadhane, what is our sadhana? What should be our practice? Shrimukhe agna kara prabhu nivedi charane. We are submitting this appeal at your lotus feet. So we are eager to hear instructions from your lotus lips. So Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi. They are householders. Out of their humility they are saying like this. So Mahaprabhu very clearly establishes several times, it doesn't depend on ashram. Right? Kiba vipra kibanyasi sudra kenenai. Sei Krishna tattvavetta, sei guru hai. Means one who understands Krishna tattva is on the level of teacher, level of a guru. So what varna he belongs to, what ashram he belongs to doesn't matter. Just some time back, in the previous couple of chapters, we read Mahaprabhu's ecstatic dance during the Jagannatha Ratha Yatra. There Mahaprabhu said loudly in front of everyone while dancing and singing. He was saying, Naham vipro na cha narapatir napi vaishyo na shudro Naham varni na cha grahapatir no vanastho yatirvam Kintu prodyannikhila paramananda purnamrutabdher Gopi bhartuh padakamalayor dasa dasa anudasaha. I am not a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or a Shudra. I am not a Brahmachari or Grahastha or Vanaprastha or Sannyasi. I am just a servant of the servant of the servant of the master of the gopis of Vrindavan. That is the mood that Mahaprabhu is trying to teach us during Jagannatha Rath Yatra. But these devotees, they are saying, oh, we are caught up in so many household responsibilities. We are simple grahasthas. Grahastha, Vishayi. Grahastha is a householder. Vishayi is a materialistic person. Out of their humility, these devotees headed by Satyaraj Khan and Ramananda, they were saying that we are materialistic people, materialistic householders. Please give us some instruction. Then Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu kahena Krishna seva Vaishnava sevan nirantara kara Krishna nama sankirtan. Whatever may be your background, whatever may be your social status, all you need to do is only this. Krishna seva, render service to Krishna. Then Vaishnava sevan, please serve the Vaishnavas, devotees. Then nirantara kara Krishna nama sankirtan. Constantly you please chant the holy names of Krishna. Kirtan. Kirti means glory. Kirtana means the process of glorifying. Sankirtana means the process of nicely glorifying or glorifying in company. Means congregationally glorifying the Lord. And that glorification of the Lord is not just chanting His names or singing His names. Many times we think that kirtan means singing with mridanga, kartal, and that's correct, definitely. But kirtan or sankirtan is a broader term. So, kirti means glory, kirtana means to glorify, sankirtana means to perfectly glorify in company. And what to glorify? Glorifying Krishna's nama, rupa, guna, lila. So, kirtana or sankirtana is basically to glorify Krishna's nama, name, rupa, form, guna, qualities, lila, pastimes. And how do we glorify? With mouth only? No. Mouth is one thing, right? Glorifying Krishna, Krishna's nama, rupa, guna, lila through our words is one thing. We need to also glorify Krishna through our actions. and within our mind also. Right? Words may glorify, but what about actions? When we are engaging our bodily senses in Krishna's service, we are glorifying Krishna. When we are meditating on Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela, that is also glorification of Krishna. So, in short, this Krishna Sankirtan is glorifying Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela with body, mind and words. That is Krishna Sankirtan. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically mentioned about Nama Sankirtan here. Nirantara Kara Krishna Nama Sankirtan. So of all the types of Sankirtans, Nama Sankirtan means chanting the holy names of Krishna is very easy and practical. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed them to chant the holy names of Krishna. And also told them, you please do some Krishna Seva and Vaishnava Seva. Now Satyaraj Khan had a question. Oh, you're telling us to chant the holy names? Instruction is very clear. We'll chant. You want us to serve Krishna? Okay, fine, we'll serve. But you also spoke about Vaishnava Seva. You also instructed us to serve the Vaishnavas. Who is a Vaishnava? How do we recognize a Vaishnava? They said, Satyaraja Bale Vaishnava Chibane Kemane Ke Vaishnava Kahatara Samanya Lakshane. What are the characteristics of a Vaishnava? What are the symptoms of a Vaishnava? Now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to define a Vaishnava. He is going to give a definition of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava has so many qualities, amazing qualities. But one of the most important aspects of a Vaishnava is his or her absorption in chanting the holy names of Krishna. Mahaprabhu is giving this parichay to a Vaishnava, or Mahaprabhu is introducing or defining a Vaishnava by explaining how much this Vaishnava is absorbed in holy names of Krishna. Let's see Mahaprabhu's definition. Prabhu kahe yara mukhe suniye kabar, Krishna nama se pujya sreshtha sabakar. Mahaprabhu said, Yara mukhe suni ekabar. If from the mouth of a person, if you hear the holy name of Krishna even once, consider that person as a Vaishnava. One who utters the holy name of Krishna even once is a Vaishnava. This is Mahaprabhu's definition. But the next year, the Satyaraja Khan and all the devotees of Navadvip again came to Jagannath Puri. While leaving Jagannath Puri, again they asked the same question to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is described in the next chapter, 16th chapter. So, this Kulinagramasis said, Kulinagrami Purvavata Kaila Nivedan Prabhu Agnakara Amara Kartavya Sadhan. The next year, these Kulinagram devotees, Navadvip devotees asked Lord Chaitanya, Oh Mahaprabhu, what is our sadhana? We are leaving you. We are going back to our places. We have to stay there for 8 months till we get your next association. What is our sadhana? What are we supposed to do? Mahaprabhu immediately said, Prabhu kahe Vaishnava Seva Nama Sankirtan Duikara Shighra Pabe Sri Krishna Charan. Again Mahaprabhu said the same thing. You do Vaishnava Seva and do Nama Sankirtan. Same answer. And again same question comes next year. Then the devotee said, Teho kahe ke Vaishnava ketara lakshan. Who is a Vaishnava? And what are the characteristics of Vaishnava? They are asking again. Tabe hasi kahe Prabhu jani taraman. Knowing their heart, Mahaprabhu answered again. Same question was asked the previous year. Same answer was given. And a follow-up question was asked. Answer is same. Question is same. Answer is same. Follow-up question is also same. But the follow-up answer will have an increased temperature now. What did Mahaprabhu say last year? He said, whoever chants the holy names of Krishna even once is a Vaishnava. But Mahaprabhu gives a higher definition of a Vaishnava now. He says, Krishna nama nirantara yahara vadane sei Vaishnava sreshta bhajata hara charane. Krishna nama nirantara yahara vadane. Whoever is chanting the holy names of Krishna nirantara, Nirantara means without any interruptions or breaks or inconsistencies. Means one who constantly chants the name of Krishna is a Vaishnava. He says, Sei Vaishnava Sreshta is the best of all Vaishnavas. Bhajat Ahara Charani, go and serve his lotus feet. Mahaprabhu is defining a Vaishnava. Earlier he said, one who chants the name of Krishna even once is a Vaishnava. Now he is saying, one who chants the name of Krishna constantly is a Vaishnava. Fine, they took the answer. They went back. Again, the next year they came back. Again, they asked the same question. So, while leaving, all the devotees came to Lord Chaitanya and said, Oh Lord, we are leaving now. So, do you have any instructions for us? Then, Varshantare Punatara Aicha Prashna Kaila Vaishnavera Taratamya Prabhu Sikhaila. Again, Lord Chaitanya said the same thing. You chant Krishna Nam and you also serve Vaishnavas. Again they asked, who is a Vaishnava? How do we recognize a Vaishnava? What are the characteristics of a Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu said, Yahara darshane mukhe aiche Krishna Nam tahare janiya tumi Vaishnava pradhan. Earlier he said Vaishnava Sreshta. Now he is saying Vaishnava pradhan. Yahara darshane mukhe aiche Krishna Nam. A first-class Vaishnava is he whose very presence makes others chant the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gokulanda Ji ki Jai. So, just by the mere presence or darshan of a Vaishnava, if you are inspired to chant the holy names of Krishna, then he is the best of all Vaishnavas. He is the foremost of all Vaishnavas. That is how you recognize a Vaishnava. So Mahaprabhu increased the temperature of his answer. Later he said, Krama kari kahe Prabhu Vaishnava lakshana Vaishnava Vaishnavatara Ara Vaishnavatama. So the first definition Mahaprabhu gave is the definition of a Vaishnava. Second definition is Vaishnavatara. Third is Vaishnavatama. What does it mean? Basically, one who chants Krishna's name even once is like a normal Vaishnava. But one who chants the name of Krishna constantly is a more advanced Vaishnava, Vaishnavatara. And one who makes others chant the holy names of Krishna is Vaishnavatama, the most advanced Vaishnava. The three levels of Vaishnavas. Right? All three levels of Vaishnavas, Vaishnava, Vaishnavatara, Vaishnavatama, all of them are in connection with how much are they absorbed in chanting the holy names of Krishna. Right? So this is how Mahaprabhu is defining a Vaishnava. And the entire purport that Prabhupada has written today in this book is filled with descriptions of how Vaishnavas are absorbed in chanting the holy names, and even in the neophyte stage, where a devotee worships the deity but may not be able to respect other devotees nicely. Even in that neophyte stage of Vaishnavism also, that Vaishnava is chanting the holy names, and even association of that neophyte Vaishnavas also is beneficial to conditioned souls. Mahaprabhu says, right? So, we need to understand the importance of chanting the holy names of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna, who descended from the spiritual world to this material world to induce all the conditioned souls to chant the holy names of the Lord. He wanted to establish this Yuga Dharma. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam swaprema nama amritamatyudaraha apamaram yo vitatara gauraha krishno janebhyastamaham prapadye. Chirad adattam. For a long time, he has not bestowed upon the people of this material world this special benediction. He did not offer this special gift. What is that? Nijagupta vittam. It is his own secret treasure. What is that secret treasure that Mahaprabhu has not given us for a long time? That is Swaprema. Love for himself. Krishna Prema. He wanted to offer that Krishna Prema to all of us. That's why he came here. That's why Krishna came in the form of Lord Chaitanya to offer us Krishna Prema. And how do we attain that Krishna prema? Svaprema nama amrutamatyudaraha. We will attain Krishna prema by chanting his nectarian nama. By chanting the holy names of Krishna, we will get love for Krishna. Nam leads to prem. That's what Mahaprabhu has descended. Mahaprabhu wanted to give us in his descent. So even in Jagannath Ratha Yatra, as you are seeing in this book, Mahaprabhu is having loving exchanges with Jagannath ji, but he is inducing everyone to chant the holy names of the Lord. As all of us know, Mahaprabhu had multiple reasons for his descent. These reasons are categorized into two parts: internal reasons and external reasons, or confidential reasons or general reasons. The external reason for Mahaprabhu's descent is to establish Yoga Dharma, which is chanting the holy names of the Lord, and enable us to chant the names of Krishna and thus attain Krishna prema. But a more confidential, private or internal reason is to experience the emotions of Srimati Radharani. Radha bhavadyuti subalitam naumi Krishna swarupam. Radha bhava. Lord Krishna wanted to experience that emotions of Srimati Radharani. And that's why he became Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Krishna, in the mode of Radharani, manifested as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and now he's having a loving exchange with Krishna in the form of Jagannath ji. So during Ratha Yatra, in the initial stages, we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chanting the holy names of Krishna, inducing everyone else also to chant. He was dancing in ecstasy. He divided his devotees into 7 groups, and Mahaprabhu was simultaneously dancing in all these 7 groups, inducing everyone to chant. And later he manifested his Radha Bhav, right? So that a ordinary sadhaka may not be able to understand the deeper emotions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he manifests the emotions of Radharani. But the external reason for his descent, where he is inducing everyone to chant, that's very much relevant and relatable to the conditioned soul. Of course, we need to eventually understand the deeper loving emotions that Mahaprabhu has for Krishna in the mode of Radharani also. But to get that opportunity or to get that ability to appreciate Mahaprabhu's ecstatic symptoms in the mode of Radharani, first we should be absorbed in chanting the holy names of Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is defining a Vaishnava in front of all the devotees of Navadvip by saying that Vaishnava is one who chants the holy names of the Lord. Even if somebody chants the name of Krishna even once, respect them as Vaishnavas. And Mahaprabhu made this holy name of the Lord very accessible for all of us by not setting any rules and regulations to chant. To worship the deities, there are so many rules and regulations. And to follow many other limbs of bhakti also, you need to have certain experience or prerequisite or expertise, etc. But holy name of Krishna, anyone from any background can embrace and chant. And Namavatar means the incarnation of Krishna's name is most accessible and most merciful to all the living entities, to all the conditioned souls. Namna makari bahudha nija sarva shakti tatrarpita niyamitaha smaranena kalaha. Namna makari bahudha means Krishna has so many names. Nija sarva shakti tatrarpita means Krishna has invested all his powers into his names. Means first quality of Krishna's name is all powerful. Whatever powers are there in Krishna's Swarupa, they are there in Krishna's name also. Prabhupada quotes one more shloka in this purport that we just read. That shloka, although he didn't speak the Sanskrit there, the shloka is Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatva Nama Naminaha. So Krishna and Krishna's name are non-different.
Whatever powers are there in the personality of Krishna, in the Swarup of Krishna, they are also present in the names of Krishna. Nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita. The Lord has invested all his shaktis, all his powers in his names. So holy name is all powerful. First quality. Nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita. Niyamitaha smaranena kalaha. Niyama means rules, regulations, protocols, policies. Are there any rules and regulations in chanting the names of the Lord? No, no rules and regulations. Right. This holy name is most accessible by anybody. Anyone can access the holy name. We cannot get up in the middle of the night and then enter the altar and start worshipping the deities. Or worshipping Shaligram. Or doing abhishek of the deities. Or dress the deities or do some upacharas. At our own will, in the middle of the night or whenever we like, we feel like. There are some rules and regulations, strict rules and regulations. But holy name, you can chant it any time. Because holy name is most accessible and most merciful. Holy name can be chanted anytime, anywhere, by anyone, under any circumstances, at any geographical location. Anyone coming from any age group can chant the holy names of the Lord. Right? Children can chant, adults can chant. Anybody from any background can chant the holy names of the Lord. That's how holy name is most accessible. Second quality is accessibility. First, holy name is most merciful. Holy name is most powerful. Nam akari bahudha nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita means holy name is most powerful. Niyamitaha smaranena kalaha means there are no hard and fast rules to chant the holy names. Means the holy name is most accessible. Third quality is etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamamivi. Tava kripa means the Lord has invested all his mercy also in the holy name. So holy name is as merciful as the Lord. Three qualities of the holy name of Krishna, Mahaprabhu says in this second shloka of Sikshashtakam. One, name is all powerful. Two, name is all accessible. Third, holy name is all merciful. Powerful, accessible and merciful. These are the three qualities of Krishna's names as described by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the second shloka of Sikshashtakam. Kalyananam nidhanam kalimalamathanam pavanam pavananam patheyam yanmumuksho sapadi parapada praptaye prochyamanam Vishramasthanamekam kavivaravachasam jivanam sajjananam bijam dharmadhruvasya prabhavatu bhavatam bhutaye Krishna nama. Kalyananam nidhanam. The holy name of Krishna is an abode of all auspiciousness. Kalimala mathanam. Kalimala mathanam means holy name of Krishna can completely destroy all the contamination of Kali Yuga. Kaler doshani dherajan. Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults. Asti eko mahan gunaha. But there is one good quality in Kali Yuga. What is that? Kirtana deva Krishnasya mukta sangaha param rajet. Just by chanting the name of Krishna, all the contamination of Kali Yuga will be vanquished. Kali kalmasha ghanam. Kalyananam nidhanam kalimalamathanam pavanam pavananam. So, pavanam pavananam. Of all the methods of purification, the best method of purification of our consciousness is chanting the holy names of Krishna. Chanting Krishna's names will purify us the most. Madhuram madhurebhyopi. Of all the sweetest things in this world, the sweetest thing is the holy name of Krishna. Madhuram madhurebhyopi. Mangalebhyobhi mangalam. Of all causes of auspiciousness, the most auspicious thing is holy name of Krishna. Pavanam pavanebhyopi. Of all methods of purification, the most purifying way is to chant the holy names of the Lord. Ajamil, a popular example given in the context of holy name is Ajamil. Ajamil was so sinful at one point. He gave up his dharma. He gave up his chaste wife, coming from a respectable Brahmanical family. And he started associating with that lady. He gave up all his good culture, good habits. He did not serve his parents also. He utilized his father's money to please that woman. He earned his livelihood through so many illegal means, but still, unconsciously and indirectly chanting the name of Narayana completely purified Ajamil. Somehow, he was fortunate enough to name his youngest son Narayana. And affectionately he was calling Narayana, 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 come here, please drink this water. Narayana, come here, eat your food, this is time for lunch. Narayana, come here, time to sleep. Narayana, let's play. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Affectionately he was calling his son Narayana hundreds and hundreds of times. He didn't mean to worship the Lord or chant the names of the Lord. He was not saying Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. As Gajendra said, Oh Narayana Akhila Guru, Oh Bhagavan Namaste, I offer my obeisances unto you. He was not saying that. His utterance of the name Narayana is not in that prayerful mood to invoke the mercy of Narayana. He was calling his son only. His son's name is Narayana, affectionately. That too, it's a material affection. He's calling Narayana, come here, let's play now. So that affectionate chanting of the names of Narayana repeatedly, completely purified Ajamil. And when the Yamadutas came to take him to hell, again Ajamil started chanting the name of Narayana. Narayana, 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 he was saying. This time not with affection, but in anxiety, in helplessness. He got so scared seeing these Yamadutas. And because he was scared, generally when we are scared, we take the name of the person who is very dear to us. Thus, because his son Narayana was very dear to him, he started chanting Narayana, 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 calling his son, as if he is able to chase these Yamadutas away and protect him. But the original Narayana heard this and said, he chanted the name Narayana. Although he may be calling his son Narayana, his son is not Narayana. I am Narayana. Right? The Lord was thinking. He said Narayana. And who is Narayana? I am Narayana. Therefore I should respond. Not his son. The son is not Narayana. He is already playing there. So somehow my name, his son took. Therefore he is calling his son. He is calling his son, but the son's name is my name. Actually he is calling me. So the Lord sent 4 Vishnudutas, Narayana. Because he chanted 4 syllables of the holy name, the Lord had sent 4 Vishnudutas to rescue Ajamil from the Yamadutas. How merciful the holy name is. All merciful. Holy name of Krishna is all merciful. We discussed 3 qualities, powerful, accessible and merciful. This is the mercy. Tatrarpita niyamitaha smaranena kalaha. And one more thing, to access the mercy of the holy name, we should chant the holy name of Krishna without any offenses. Ajamil chanted offenselessly? Yeah, almost. The 7th offense to holy name has 2 facets. To chant the holy name, expecting that the holy name will eradicate our sinful reactions is an offense. And to commit sinful activities, thinking that my chanting will relieve me from sinful reactions, that is also an offense. 2 facets. Means, you chant first, and on the strength of this chanting, you commit sinful activities. That's an offense. Second, you commit sinful activities first, and later you chant to eradicate the sinful reactions. That is also an offense. But Ajamil did not commit these 2 offenses. Ajamil never chanted the name of Narayana to eradicate his sinful reactions. And Ajamil never committed sinful activities on the strength of his chanting of Narayana. Both are happening individually, parallelly. On one side he is committing so many sins, on the other side he is chanting Narayana, Narayana, Narayana affectionately while calling his son. So that offenseless chanting of the holy name of Narayana completely purified him. However, we should not think that, oh, Ajamil committed so many sinful activities throughout his life, and at the end of his life he just chanted Narayana, Ante Narayana Smritihi. So the message here is, do whatever you want throughout your life. At the end of your life, just say Narayana. You'll go back to Godhead. That's not the message here. By the way, Ajamil did not go back to Godhead immediately. The Vishnudutas came and rescued Ajamil from Yamadutas, that's all. They disappeared. Then Ajamil regretted. He realized his mistake and he sincerely repented for his mistake and he gave up all sinful activities. He went to a holy place called Haridwar. There he started chanting the holy names of the Lord. This time with affection for the Lord, not for his son. This time Ajamil was completely absorbed in his devotional practices, and after 12 years of such intense performance of bhakti, then Vaikuntha airplane came to take him to Vaikuntha. Right? So, the glories of the holy name of Krishna should not inspire us to take undue benefit of it, undue advantage of it, and be complacent. Anyways, holy name will deliver me, no problem. I can do whatever I want, holy name will deliver me. Yes, holy name has the power to deliver, but to think that to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name is an offense to the holy name, which is not appropriate. And also, holy name is powerful. Holy name's power is accessible. If we are offenseless, and one offense is to think of eradicating our sinful reactions. Another and the most grave offense to holy name is offending the devotees of Krishna. That's the first offense, Vaishnava aparadha. Right? If we commit offenses to devotees, if we criticize them or politically manipulate the situations to win favors for ourselves and subdue them, sideline them, or defame them, deliberately trying to harm other Vaishnavas, all these are great offenses to Vaishnavas. And whenever we have the tendencies of envy towards other Vaishnavas, jealousy, seeing other Vaishnavas, and not rejoicing the spiritual advancement of other Vaishnavas, but envying them, so all these are great offenses, and we will not be able to chant the holy names. Therefore, in the next shloka, in that shloka only, Mahaprabhu says, Namnamakari Bahudhanidhi Sarvashaktihi. In that, at the end, Mahaprabhu said, Durdaivam idrishamiha jani na anuragaha. Durdaivam. My misfortune is that although the holy name is very powerful and merciful and accessible, my Durdaivam, my misfortune is that I am unable to chant the holy names. I don't have taste for it. Na anuragaha. I don't have anuraga or attraction to chant the holy names. I don't have the eagerness to chant Krishna's names because of offenses. Because of offenses, we will not show that eagerness to chant Krishna's names. And how to overcome the offenses? The next shloka. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada harihi. By genuinely cultivating humility and tolerance, and by genuinely respecting other devotees for whatever they are, and by not hankering to be honored by others, we will be able to chant the names of Lord Hari constantly. That's the process that Mahaprabhu has given us. Right? Yes, holy name is all powerful, but we will access that power to the degree we are humble. Only humility will enable us to chant Krishna's names. There's a beautiful shloka that describes several characteristics of holy names. Maybe you can start counting them. the power of holy name, the powers of holy name. Vishnor namaiva pumsam shamalamapharat punyamutpadayaccha brahmadisthana bhogat viratimatha guroh shripadadvandva bhaktim tattvajnanam cha vishnor ihamriti janana bhranti bijam cha dagdha sampurnananda bodhe mahati cha purusham sthapayitva nivrittim. I just counted 8 glories of holy name from this shloka. Let's discuss one by one. First, Vishnor namaiva pumsam shamalamapharat. First effect of chanting Krishna's name is Shamalamapaharat. All our contamination is eradicated. All the sinful proclivities are eradicated. all the anarthas like envy, pride, greed, anger, they are removed. First effect of chanting Krishna's name is Shamala Mapaharat. Mala means the contamination or malice in our hearts is cleansed. Got it? First effect. Shamala Mapaharat. Second, Punyamutpadayaccha. Punya means piety. And that piety is of two types. One is the material piety that takes us to heavenly planets. Second is the spiritual piety that takes us to the spiritual world. Right? Punya Shravana Kirtana, we say, right? Shravanam, hearing about the Lord. Kirtanam, chanting the holy names of the Lord. That is Punya Shravana Kirtana. That punya is not ordinary punya. By ordinary punya that we acquire from some karmakandic activities by doing some japa, tapa, homa, vrata, austerities, etc. That punya is not what we are supposed to desire. The real punya is spiritual piety that takes us to the spiritual world. Clear? Punyamutpadayaccha. So two effects of holy name we discussed so far. Vishnor namaiva pumsam shamalam apaharat punyamutpadayaccha. Shamalam apaharat means our sinful contamination is eradicated. Second effect, punyamutpadayaccha. We will earn great spiritual piety, right, by chanting Krishna's names. Two effects. Third effect, Brahmadisthana bhogat viratim, means in this material world, common people, they aspire to attain big positions. Some people want to become kings of the heaven like Indra. Some people like Hiranyakashipu, they want to occupy Brahma's post. Some people like Dhruva Maharaj, he wants to occupy a post even superior to Brahma also. Right? Initially, Dhruva Maharaj desired to occupy a position superior to Brahma. And Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to occupy the position of Brahma himself. Right? So like the different people aspire to occupy different exalted positions or posts in this universe, but when you chant the holy names of Krishna, your desire to attain the position of Brahma is destroyed. Or whether it's Brahma or Indra or whatever position. We may not aspire to become Brahmas and Indras because we know the philosophy. But we may aspire to get some name, fame, prestige and position in this material world. See, philosophically we understand, even Brahma's position is also temporary, even Indra's position is temporary, and all the other universal controllers like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Yama, all these positions are very temporary. We understand that. But somehow, out of illusion, we may aspire for some position. I want to become this department head. Why am I not in charge of this department? Why I am not yet whatever counselor or mentor, or why there is no designation here? Why I am not in charge of this area? So sometimes there is some, of course, one part of that aspiration is to sincerely serve by utilizing one's expertise, but there is another part of desire for power, position, right? But the desire for name, fame, prestige, power, position, even the position of Brahma, that can be eradicated by sincerely chanting Krishna's names. In short, the third effect is our material desires are vanquished. What is the first effect? Anyone remembers? Sinful contamination is eradicated. Second effect, we attain spiritual piety. Third, material desires or material ambitions or aspirations are eradicated. Brahmadisthana bhogat viratim. Rati means attraction to attain the enjoyment of Brahma's position. But virati means no attraction to attain even Brahma's position also. Holy name sets our aspirations right. Brahmadisthana bhogat viratim. Fourth effect is athaguroha shripadadvandva bhaktim. Means we will attain bhakti unto the lotus feet of Sri Guru by chanting Krishna's names. The fourth effect of holy name of Krishna is that we develop devotion to Guru's lotus feet. By Guru's grace we will get Krishna's name. By chanting Krishna's name, we will be more dedicated to the instructions of Guru. Atha guroho shripadadvandva bhaktim. We are chanting Guru Puja. Janme Janme Prabhu say, we are saying things in Guru Puja. Like to develop that sincere devotion and affection for spiritual master, we have to chant the holy names of the Lord. To get that strength to follow the instructions of the spiritual master, we have to chant the holy names of the Lord. And one of the foremost instructions of the spiritual master is to chant the holy names of Krishna. Right? Atha guroho shripadadvandva bhaktim. This is the fourth effect. We discussed 4 effects. Vishnor namaiva pumsam shamalamapharat punyamutpadayaccha brahmadisthana bhogat virathhimatha guroho shripadadvandva bhaktim. 5th, tattvajnanam cha vishnor. The 5th effect is we will understand the tattvajnana. Means the philosophical knowledge of Lord Vishnu or all the scriptures. We will be able to understand the scriptures by chanting Krishna's names. How can I understand Krishna scriptures by chanting Krishna's names? I have to attend Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav. If I take a bead bag and then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, will I understand Gita Bhagavatam? Yes, we will understand. Even in our this art of study discussions, studying scriptures discussions, I often say, your understanding of the scriptures is not just a product of your systematic study. By systematically studying Shastra, definitely we'll understand, but it's not the only way to understand the scriptures. It's not sufficient. Sitting in a corner with a table lamp, with a pen and paper, and you have your books, and then full silence, pin drop silence, you just take notes and then take study. That's important. But if such a systematic student of scriptures neglects chanting the holy names, or doesn't interact with other devotees properly, doesn't respectfully deal with other devotees properly, and if doesn't get involved in any services of Krishna, what kind of Shastric understanding can he attain? So, our understanding of Shastra is not just a product of systematic study or svadhyaya, it is also a product of our sadhana, our chanting of Krishna's names. It is also a product of our seva, serving Vaishnavas. And it is also a product of our sadachara and sangha, the association and the good behavior that we keep in that association. All this will contribute to our philosophical understanding. So this shloka says, Tattva Gnanam cha Vishnor. Tattva Gnanam cha Vishnor means you will understand the Tattva of Lord Vishnu also. You will acquire Gnanam also by chanting Krishna's name. The name of Krishna will reveal deeper secrets of Krishna's Tattva, Krishna's philosophy. Study Bhagavad Gita nicely, systematically. Along with that, let's chant the holy names of the Lord. Then we'll understand Gita better. Study Bhagavatam systematically, thoroughly. But along with your systematic study, chant the names of Krishna, then we'll understand Bhagavatam better. Right? I'm not saying this, the shloka is saying this. Rupa Goswami. Tattvajnanam cha Vishnor. In this context, let me speak another shloka. You also repeat after me. Atayeva nama matra Vaishnavera dharma. Atayeva nama matra Vaishnavera dharma. Name prasphutita haya rupa guna karma. Name prasphutita haya rupa guna karma. Atayeva namamatra Vaishnavera dharma. Therefore, chanting the holy names of Krishna is the only dharma of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava's primary dharma, foremost dharma is chanting the names of Krishna, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing in these chapters. Right? He said, who is a Vaishnava? One who chants the holy name of Krishna even once is a Vaishnava. Oh, really? Who is an advanced Vaishnava? One who constantly chants Krishna's names is a Vaishnava, advanced Vaishnava. Who is a more advanced Vaishnava? One who makes others chant Krishna's names is a most advanced Vaishnava. So thus Mahaprabhu is defining a Vaishnava in terms of how much the Vaishnava is chanting Krishna's names. Right? Different gradations of Vaishnavas. Chanting is important. Now coming back to the shloka that we just recited, Atayeva namamatra Vaishnavera dharma. The real dharma of a Vaishnava is to chant Krishna's name. Name prasphutitahya rupa guna karma. And that name of Krishna will reveal the rupa of Krishna. We'll be able to understand the rupa. We'll be able to appreciate the form of Krishna by chanting Krishna's name. You sincerely chant Krishna's names, go in front of Radha Gokulananji, we'll be able to appreciate the darshan better. We'll be able to appreciate the rupa of Krishna by chanting the name of Krishna. Name prasphutita haya rupa. Next is guna. We'll be able to appreciate Krishna's qualities better by chanting Krishna's names. Yesterday with these little kids, we were discussing the 64 qualities of Krishna. We could only discuss 18 qualities, not 64. But all those qualities of Krishna will be revealed to us. We'll be able to appreciate all those qualities of Krishna to the degree we chant Krishna's names. So Nam will reveal Rupa, Nam will reveal Guna. And Karma. Karma means activities. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvataha. Means the activities are the leelas of Krishna, pastimes of Krishna. We will be able to understand by chanting Krishna's names. When we chant Krishna's name sincerely, we will understand all these beautiful pastimes described in Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavatam. Right? Our understanding of Krishna's leelas also happens by sincere chanting. That does not mean we don't put any effort in studying the Shastra and hearing. Hearing is also important. But our understanding of Krishna's Rupa Guna Leela is not just a product of studying Shastra, it is also dependent on how sincerely are we chanting Krishna's names. Atayeva namamatra Vaishnavera dharma. Name prasphutita haya Rupa Guna karma. Coming back to the original shloka, we are discussing the fifth effect of holy name, right? Sorry, while explaining one shloka, I may go a few other shlokas to just enhance that understanding only. So, Tattvajnanam cha Vishnor. We are discussing the fifth effect, which is the Tattvajnana of Krishna is revealed by chanting Krishna's names. Tattvajnanam cha Vishnor. Iha mriti janana bhranti bijam cha dagdha. Iha mriti janana. Mriti means death. Janana means birth. Bhranti means bewilderment. Oftentimes we are caught up in this bewildered state of existence where we are so overwhelmed with birth and death of this material body. Right? Iha mriti janana bhranti bijam cha dagdha. Bhranti bija means the seed of this bewilderment, confusion is avidya, ignorance. It is only because of our ignorance that we identify ourselves with this body, material positions, material designations. And that ignorance, dagdva, is destroyed. Dagdva means literally burnt. The seed of that ignorance is burnt by chanting the names of the Lord. In short, the sixth effect is ignorance is burnt. Right? Or confusion or illusion is burnt. Illusion is the right word there. Bhranti is illusion. That illusion is burnt by chanting Krishna's names. Right? Sixth effect. Vishnor namaiva pumsam shamalam apaharat punyamutpadayaccha brahmadisthana bhogat virati matha guroho shripadadvandva bhaktim tattvajnanam cha Vishnor ihamriti janana bhranti bijam cha dagdha sampurnananda bodhe. The seventh effect is sampurna ananda bodhe. Holy name will give us access to sampurna ananda, means complete happiness. The happiness that we derive in material relationships, the happiness that we derive in sense enjoyment, that is not sampurna. It is so shallow, it is so superficial, it is too much on the external plane. But to actually access sampurna ananda, complete spiritual bliss, we have to chant Krishna's names. Holy name gives us access to that sampurna ananda bodhi. Then eighth effect, last effect is mahaticha purusham sthapayitva nivrittim. Means The holy name of Krishna will reinstate us in our original, eternal, constitutional position as servants of Krishna. Finally, holy name will reinstate us in the spiritual world, at the lotus feet of Krishna, as the servant of Krishna. So these are the 8 effects of chanting Krishna's names. Right? We should not take this process of chanting Krishna's names for granted. I'm speaking to myself. We should not take it for granted. Somehow, by good fortune, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and all his representatives and all the acharyas, and by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have got this opportunity to pick up a bead bag, to chant the holy names of the Lord. We should never take it for granted, and we should constantly, regularly remind ourselves of these glories of the holy name. And we can be called as Vaishnavas. Of course, no Vaishnava likes to be called as a Vaishnava. I'm not a Vaishnava, they say. But still, to be called as followers of Vishnu or devotees of Vishnu, devotees of Krishna, we need to be sincere in chanting the names of the Lord. That's what Mahaprabhu is revealing through this beautiful verses that he was speaking in front of Satyaraja Khan and all the devotees of Navadvip and Kulinagram. Even Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, when he just began his Bhagavatam class to Parikshit Maharaj, one of the initial verses that Sukadeva Goswami speaks in front of Parikshit Maharaj is this only. He says that by chanting the holy names of the Lord, you are doing the best thing that you are supposed to do in life. What was the initial question of our Parikshit Maharaj in front of Sukadeva Goswami? What a person should chant, hear and remember throughout one's life, and what a person should chant, hear and remember at the time of death. The answer is holy name of Krishna. Etan nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bhayam yoginam nripa nirnitam harer namanu kirtanam. Etan nirvidyamananam, it has been ascertained in all the scriptures and by all the yogis. Yoginam nripa nirnitam. This conclusion has been revealed to us by so many yogis. What is that? Harer namanu kirtanam. If you want fearlessness, akuto bhayam, then Harer namanu kirtanam, chanting the holy names of Lord Hari, is the only way. And that is the beginning of Sukadeva Goswami's teachings in Bhagavatam. Second canto, he began to speak, and the sloka that I quoted is in the conclusion, 11th sloka. Right in the beginning of his teaching, Sukadeva Goswami said, chant the holy names of Krishna. And Bhagavatam also is ending, Nama Sankirtanam Krishna Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Right? Every single canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the 12 cantos of Bhagavatam are glorifying Krishna's name at some point or the other. And there are no rules. It's a good news for all of us. No rules to chant. By all the other limbs of bhakti, they have some rules and some regulations, some policies, some protocols, some prerequisites, some qualifications. But chanting the holy names, absolutely no qualification. Actually, when we chant Krishna's names, we give so much pleasure to Yamaraj. And more than that, we give so much pleasure to Chitragupta. Because Chitragupta, Yamaraj's assistant in the Yamaloka, he is keeping a track record of all the sinful activities that we are doing. Oh, this person has done this sin, this person has done that sin. So many records. An average conditioned soul can, I don't know how many GBs or TBs of data is required to store the record of sinful activities done by a typical conditioned soul. Chitragupta's computer must have, several TBs of memory. But when somebody chants Krishna's name, then all the TBs of memory can be erased. This hard disk can be emptied. Okay, fine. My data is little less. Sometimes it's so overwhelming when you have so much data, you can't organize so much. So one shloka in the scripture say that whenever somebody chants the holy names of Krishna, that will give so much of pleasure to Chitragupta. He feels that, I don't have to maintain this person's sinful record anymore. Holy name will take care. Holy name will destroy. Yamaraj also feels relieved. Oh, so many people are coming to hell. Let there be less entries. We can't handle this. We can't host so many people. And each person who comes there will have to stay there for 10,000 years, 20,000 years. And all the manpower of Yamaraj have to boil them in boiling oil or implement so many things like Yamaraj feels that I can't host so many sinful people. Especially in Kali Yuga, many people are coming here. Enough. Right? Enough entries. But I'm obliged to give them entry. So he's feeling maybe the area in hellish planets is not sufficient to host all the sinful people of Kali Yuga especially. But in Kali Yuga there's a concession. Chant the holy names of the Lord. Kalayar doshani dherajan nasti heko mahan gunaha. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya. The more we chant the holy names of the Lord, the more we induce the people of Kali Yuga to take shelter of the holy names, the more we are helping Yamaraj and Chitragupta. In fact, the shloka says that Brahma even waits with an arti plate to offer arti to the person who is chanting the names of the Lord. Thank you so much. I don't have to recreate a body for you. You are relieved from this material body, material existence. That's the power of chanting Krishna's names. And on top of it, if only we show some interest and some sincerity, chanting the names of Krishna is not an austerity, it's a pleasurable activity. It's difficult. Maybe we may not be able to immediately agree with it. Chanting is so tedious activity. But if only we show some sincerity, eventually we will realize how sweet Krishna's name is. And Rupa Goswami says, Tunde tandaviniratim vitanute tundavali labdhaye karna kroda kadambini ghatayate karnarbhute bhyaspruham cheta prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim no jane janita ki yadbhiramritai krishneti varanadvayi tunde tandaviniratim vitanute. Rupa Goswami says, actually this is Radharani's shloka. The shloka says that when a devotee is chanting the names of Krishna, or when the name of Krishna is dancing on the tongue of the devotee feels that I want millions of tongues. I want millions of tongues. One tongue is not sufficient to relish and taste the sweetness of Krishna's name. And 2 years are not sufficient to relish the sweetness of Krishna's name. So, no jane janita ki yad bhiramurtaihi krishneti varanadvayi. These two varanas, these two syllables, Krishna. I don't know how much nectar is embedded within them that I am constantly hankering for it. Actually, all of us, as spirit souls, as parts of Krishna, all of us have this potential to relish the holy names of Krishna to this extent, that we desire millions of tongues to chant and we desire millions of ears to hear. But in the conditioned state, when we have not developed that taste, even 16 rounds seems very difficult for us. We feel exhausted and tired and bored. But we need to pray for that taste. And the way of cultivating that attraction or anuraga for chanting is to chant. If we continuously chant, then we'll develop some interest. Nishtha comes before ruchi. Nishtha means steadiness, regularity, consistency in chanting will eventually lead to ruchi or taste in chanting. You're not finding taste in reading scripture? Continue to read, you'll find taste. Without reading, you will not find taste. Even if you don't have taste, you continue to read. And one day you will develop the taste by your attempts to read, and you can read with taste. Similarly, we may not find taste in chanting the names of the Lord. We should continue to chant. Despite not having taste, we should continue to chant while trying to cultivate humility, respect, tolerance, etc. Then we'll be able to chant with taste one day, eventually. So, not only when the holy name of Krishna dances on our tongue, it's not only an experience of taste, it is also an experience of eradication of all anarthas. The Acharyas say, Krishna danced on the hoods of Kaliya. So Krishna was dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. And by dancing on the hoods, Krishna has completely purified that Kaliya from all the envy and poison in his body and in his heart. Complete purification happened. So Kaliya's body is very slippery, very soft, very wet, like our tongue. Our tongue, like Kaliya's snake, our tongue is also very slippery, very wet, very soft. Just as when Krishna danced on the hoods of Kaliya, Kaliya became purified. When we allow Krishna's name to dance on our Kaliya-like tongues, we will also be purified. So we should allow Krishna's name to dance on the Kaliya-like tongues, so that we experience that purification by chanting the holy names of Krishna. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Keshav? Keshav, this is for you. For sitting for more than 1 hour in the class. Keshav?